Mobile homes just destroyed, houses missing the roofs, power lines down, trees blown over. This is the worst I've ever seen it. I've been out here since '82, and this is the worst storm I've ever seen out here.
Yeah, and that's what a whole lot of folks have been saying today since the National Weather Service made its damage inspection.
One of those investigators is Mark Fox. He's from the Fort Worth office of the National Weather Service, and he's in our weather center tonight with our chief meteorologist, Dan Henry, to talk about what they've seen so far. So, Dan, take it.
Yeah, Steve, Heather, Mark was out in the field all day today surveying the severe damage that we witnessed from last night's tornado in Granbury. And we're going to begin here with a little piece of video of the Granbury tornado yesterday. I believe it's near the lake there.
Yeah, just east or north of the lake as it's moving through the hardest hit. This is where the EF4 damage was occurring. Unfortunately, also where the fatalities were occurring as well. Large tornado, big time winds obviously as well, anywhere from about 190, 200 miles per hour in there.
Wow. And you know, this was only a slight risk the day of. In fact, the night before, we weren't under any risk at all. Now, there are some situations that are textbook, and we don't see any tornadoes, and yet here's a situation that certainly was anything but textbook. It didn't really look like a situation we'd see a tornado outbreak, and this is what happened.
This is what happens. This is North Texas. Tornadoes have happened before. They're going to happen again, unfortunately, and we've got to be ready for them. It's not exactly like a slight risk of thunderstorms, though. You know, that's the one thing. I think we get a little bit lulled into thinking, oh, slight chance of severe weather, you know, slight chance of thunderstorms, it doesn't rain. Well, it's not exactly the same thing. These can pack a punch.
And there's only small, little subtle differences that can, you know, be the difference between no tornadoes and several tornadoes.
And absolutely. And this storm system was spinning very rapidly as it came into Montague County. We got the first couple of tornadoes, and that's where it was like, okay, it's on from here on out. And we had those tornadoes from around 5:15 or so
all the way to midnight.
All the way to midnight.
Let's take a look at some pictures now. The first picture here is, boy, evidence of
this is one of the
EF4 damage.
Yeah, this was in the area of the EF4 damage. Not completely swiped clean, but it's darn close. And also, we've got some things still in there.
Yeah, and that's Granbury. Okay, next picture here. I mean, this looks like you took a wrecking ball to the roof here. Unbelievable. This, I believe, Granbury as well?
I believe this is in Johnson County.
Okay, over in the Cleburne area. Okay.
Because, yeah, this one I think was taken by our team that was in there. Definitely some debris coming through there, not only the tornadic winds, the opening up something, skylight or something in there, and that leads to more damage.
And look at this picture here. If you look closely, you can actually see a bolt in the concrete. This was a well-constructed home where the walls were actually bolted into the concrete slab, and look at that.
And it really didn't matter. And this was also in an area where there were some mobile homes fairly close by. They were thrown, in one case, at least 100 yards or so, hit the house, and that's causing a little bit more damage as well. So a lot of dynamical force going on in this area as well.
I believe again, we're at 16 right now.
16 is
we believe we could go up a few more once you start doing some more surveying up in Montague County.
Yeah, I think we've kind of gone through Montague County. We do need to check one or two more areas there. Need to check some more damage in southeast Parker County, and it's going to be up there around 16 or 17, but just another outbreak.
Yeah, more debris here. This is a mobile home in the foreground, what's left of it. What do you tell folks, Mark, that live in mobile homes?
Well, you've got to be even more weary of the weather, more alert of the weather, rather. Because these are not good places to be during storms, and you may not have the opportunity to leave at the warning. So at the watch timing, you got to kind of get ready, and when the storms are getting close to you, find a place to go.
Yep. Showing a grassy field here, that's something that you look at here for evidence of converging winds.
Looking for converging winds. This is something we especially look for when we're not exactly sure. Was it a tornado? Was it downburst? Yesterday, no doubt about it.
Another mobile home there that was swept away on the right, and what's left of the one there on the left.
Right.
Now, what I want to show here is some radar images. We just upgraded the National Weather Service Doppler radar to what we call dual polarization radar, and that enables us to see things even better. That top left picture that you see there where that green triangle is, that is actually what we call a tornado debris signature or debris ball.
Debris ball right in through there. This would be one hook echo area. This would actually be another hook echo right in through here. Main hail core.
So your debris ball here.
Debris ball right back in here.
Hook echo down here.
Hook echo here. Also have the rotation right in here, very strong. This is about the time where we had the EF4 damage. And fairly close was down in Pecan Plantation, had another area of damage. So a lot of things going on. But with the dual pole, we also showed signs of, well, it's called correlation coefficient, but don't ever worry about that. It kind of gives us a pretty good idea of what's out there. Is it one thing? Is it multiple things? This was debris, parts of houses, parts of trees, you name it. It gives us that confidence to say, we know it's there, you got to take it seriously.
But again, all examples of the improved technology that we have, that you have at your disposal to help warn folks. And we end here with the Cleburne damage. Cleburne, I believe, rated EF3 with 140-mile-an-hour winds.
Yeah.
Could have been even worse, Mark.
That could have been.
That tornado took a sharp left turn to the north, was bearing down on downtown, and fortunately it dissipated.
Fortunately it did, and this one was bigger than the one in Granbury. It was not quite as far as high as wind speed, but it was larger and heading straight for Cleburne. Luckily, it didn't quite make it.
And I think the fact that the tornado had just hit Hood County and Granbury heightened folks' awareness. We were telling people that this was the same storm that was heading in their direction, and boy.
And that helps. I mean, it came from good radar imagery. We had good spotter reports. We knew what was going on. We were able to pass that along. I think we helped save a few lives there.
Yeoman's effort, as always.
Thanks,
Appreciate you coming in and chatting with us, Mark.